Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Ronan, and I wanted to shoot this quick video on fundamental analysis and really not quite getting into, economics, inflation, uh, interest rate hikes, those kind of things. I do have that available in my training if you're watching this on YouTube, but just to show you guys how I stay plugged in to the market, right? So, like some of the news sites I follow, and different traders, right? So the cool thing about the world we live in today, right, is that we have access to other not only news sources but other people, right? And so it's easy to get connected, right? So I have my group, right, my VIP group, and we have our group of traders in there. There's also different people on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram that you can learn to follow, right? And I'm not talking about just following somebody because they give signals, right? Because that's the idea here is to become a trader, right? I think I know for the people that are in my VIP group and my students, that's my goal, is to get them to learn to trade and to think for themselves. So it's super important, in my opinion, to be plugged in on what's going on in the market. There's varying opinions on this. Some people are strictly technical analysis traders. I am definitely technical analysis, all about it. That's how I make most of my trades. But behind the technicals is knowing what's going on with the countries and the politics and the currencies. So yeah, let me just give you a rundown of sites that I follow, that I check into pretty much on a daily basis. An easy one everyone knows about, unless, hey, you're a beginner, and I hope you are, and this is the first time that I'm teaching you something, right? So this is a great, simple, easy resource to just get a rundown of what's happening in the week, in the FX market, right? What kind of news releases, and that's forexfactory.com. And it's just super simple to use. And just to even make it more simple, yellow folders aren't that big of a market mover. Orange folders, you need to be careful of, or at least pay attention to, because they can have a little more impact than what people expect sometimes. And then of course red folders, like tomorrow, Fed chair, the new Fed chair, Jerome Powell, testifies, right? And so it's the biggest event going on all week. If you're watching this video and it's before that, I would say be aware tomorrow of this going on. 7:30 in the morning. It's going to set the tone for the rest of the week and possibly the rest of the month, honestly. And anyways, but that's a whole different topic. So see, like, all these yellow folders, but see, you get enough of negative or positive data coming out in a row of these smaller events, they start to stack up and can strengthen the currency. For example, you can see US had some negative numbers. That's how you would read that, right? So this is what the previous numbers for the new home sales were. This is what the forecast was, right? So this, in other words, that's what economists were predicting. And this is actually what the real numbers were when it was released. And as you can see, it was a disappointing miss, right? So for anybody that's trading the dollar today, that's where that we were trading super strong all the way leading up to new home sales, and then nosedive, right? So that's where that came from. Forex Factory, great resource, easy to use. So anyways, next, here we go, investing.com, right? Super self-explanatory, you would think, right? But it's easy to not spend any time on these sites, right? So right now I'm reading an analysis article about that Jerome Powell's testifying to tomorrow, right? So, and this article is by Kathy Lean, and she's one of my favorite that writes for investing.com. I have her, like, you can open a profile on this page and then save and get alerts when certain people write certain articles. So she is one that I follow, and I think she's pretty spot on, to be honest. So we can go to the their homepage. So we have everything here from stocks to cryptos to FX indices, and it's really easy to navigate. I'd say anybody that is in my VIP group has probably gone on this page, but I encourage you to take it a little bit deeper, right? And like I said, you can start your own profile. That's step one, and start. Look, if you're just doing cryptocurrencies, right? And Bitcoin's your favorite, right? Everybody wants to know about Bitcoin right now, including me. So it's good to stay up to date on his chart, but especially with cryptos, news is very important, right? So investing.com probably won't be the best site for that. You know, if you're looking for just straight up cryptos, I would go on to a more crypto specific site. But so here we are with Forex, right? So now this is a little more. This is where you're going to have more accuracy, right? Because they've been doing this for a long time. So market overview. And now you have news, right? So sometimes the news articles not the greatest, right? But the analysis articles where you have people like Kathy Lean, right? You have her analysis and like they do weekly outlooks or wrap ups and most popular editors pick, market overview. I'm not signed in. I don't know why it's not loading. Oh yeah, okay, there it is. It's because my internet's slow. Where I'm at, I just moved into a new place, but yeah. So I encourage you to go and find whoever it is that works for you, that makes sense to you. So investing.com, awesome resource, and of course they have news as well. Calendar, economic calendar. So that'll show you upcoming news events, just like Forex Factory. You can get a little more detail, in my opinion, on investing.com. So the next group I follow is Rand Squawk, right? And so this isn't really like a following page. This is like straight up news, and it is a paid subscription. But if you're looking to take your trading to the next level, I recommend using it. I mean, they're super legit. Oops. And you have market research, telling everything that's going on right now. It's the Asian session. So daily U.S. opening news, and then, just bullet points of pretty much what's happening in the market. And then there's also a 24-hour live stream. That's what this is. I'm on my Mac, and I need to download something to get it going on this computer. So that's why it's not going. But anyways, it's just straight up newswire. It's going 24/7. Super legit. And look, you have your weekly reports here. And this is super useful, like central bank monitor, right? So what's happening in Ah, okay. Well, it's still downloading. But anyways, I don't know why it's taking so long. We'll come back to that. But Rand Squawk, awesome, awesome resource. Here's another one I'll briefly mention, FX Street. These guys have good analysis. I don't really hang out on their page too much, but worth the mention because I was honestly just reading an article on there. So like right now it's 9 p.m. right, and what am I doing? I don't do this every night, but most nights, I'm reading up on articles, right, on news, because as much information as you can get coming your way, the more of an edge you'll have on the market. I don't know how to put it any other way than that, to be honest. If I don't even have enough coming at me, right? So the more plugged in I can continue to be and make it, and like, look, if you're a beginner and you don't even know what any of this stuff means, keep reading it, right? Because eventually it'll start to click. And when I was a beginner, when I was just learning about all this stuff, that's what I did. And unfortunately, which I had later on found a mentor, right? But I didn't at first, right? So if you're watching us on YouTube, that's why I would love to have you in my group, because I pretty much laid it all out there for you, and I'm here to help you. So the last thing I'll say is Twitter, man. Twitter is just awesome resource, 24 hours a day. It's people I follow on here. Zero Hedge, Bitcoin Masterminds, which he's all right, but that's for cryptos. I don't follow Fox News. It just landed on here, I promise. Somebody retweeted it. So you can see some people. This is a crypto trader I follow, and so I found different traders that I've connected with, and it's not like I'm not doing it to get signals from them. Sometimes they post trade ideas, and yeah, sure, I'll double check it, and sometimes go take those trades, but it's more about getting plugged in, right? So that's the main thing you want to do. So here's Rand Squawk has a Twitter, right? So I follow them. Awesome news source, and of course, it's not. I'm just getting notifications on my phone, right? Wall Street Journal, right? That's a no-brainer. Zero Hedge is coming through all the time, and what you can do also too is find out other traders, right? Who say you're on Zero Hedge, and people that are commenting, right? Well, obviously, if you read comments on YouTube or Twitter or whatever, not everybody's a genius, and people are just saying a bunch of random stuff. But on the flip side of that, there's other intelligent traders out there, right? So like this person, I don't know what that's all about, but I can totally relate to that. Gary Vaynerchuk, right? More Zero Hedge. Live Squawk is another one. The Intercept is not really for FX, but they have some cool stuff. So, and I've limited my Twitter feed, right? This is something I have to switch everything around. Ziggy FX, right? And so when you see somebody that has, a bunch of, tags and stuff like that, find out who those people are. Timothy Sykes, is pretty famous penny stock trader guy. But I had to cut out, a bunch of the bullshit that, I just random people, you know, that are just saying random stuff, right? So you got to take charge of what is coming on your feed is what I'm trying to say. Like, or else you're gonna have to wade through so much bullshit that you're not gonna be able to see the good stuff, which is, stuff like zero hedge, or if you're using this to be a trader and to make money, you need to make it as streamlined as possible. Live Squawk, just on point. They're actually, with Rand Squawk, so super legitimate source, right? And when I'm talking about sources, you don't see CNN on here or MSNBC or any of those, bullshit news outlets. These are traders and trader specific sites. Forex Live, definitely super good. FX Hedge, Grant Cardone, he's a business guy. He's, his stuff just pretty much changed my life. Reading his books, highly, highly, highly recommend. And so, here's Daily FX. They're super, super good. It's crazy how much info you can get on the market just on Twitter. So if you couple this with getting plugged in with your news platforms, with investing.com, reading your more traditional articles on sites like this, Forex Factory has articles as well. I don't find them as good, personally. It's just a quick resource, but investing.com, better. And then getting plugged in on Twitter, and then you can also find different articles on here, like Daily Effects, right? And you can start to get more information this way. So I hope that you find that helpful. If you're watching this for the first time, or if it's your first introduction to me, my name is Ronan, and I own Ronan Forex. I'm the trader and the teacher. We have a great group of students in there, about 300 now, which is pretty cool. And just keeping it honest, because you've been around the FX world long enough. There's a bunch of scammers and there's a bunch of bullshit out there. So I'm here to help you guys win, man, because I'm trying to do the same. And there's plenty to go around. So, it's us against the big banks, man. So we got to do this together. So getting plugged in, you can follow me on Twitter, Ronan Forex Group, actually. I think Ronan Forex is taken, unfortunately, for some reason. But yeah. Follow me too, because I retweet on stuff that I find relevant. So hope you guys like this video, and we're just getting started on the market. So let's have an awesome, awesome week. And Yogi Chan, this guy's good. So hope you enjoyed this. Hope this helped. And start learning about what's moving the market, and think outside the box of just graphs and charts and trend lines. And it will up your game 10x, I promise you. Cool. Peace. Have a great night.